What is going on, Shibarmy? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Bone Shiba Swap token. So before I get into it, like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about Bone Shiba Swap token. So taking a quick look here at Bone, sitting at 77 cents. Low of the day is 73 cents, while we have a high of the day at 79 cents. Still, the range in itself, it is still a little tight. So not too much going on right now for Bone, but nonetheless, Bone is still kicking. Now, made a couple of videos this past few days, and I seen the response from you guys, and it seems like you guys are ultra bullish on Bone and are excited about Bone, which you should be. In my opinion, Bone has one of the biggest as far as upside currently right now in crypto. And the reason being is some of the stuff is already like a little bit predictable with the launch of Shibarium. And not only with the launch of Shibarium, I'm just seeing like all the commitments of some of the people that's saying that they're going to be building on Shibarium. So of course, Bone right now, it is a no-brainer at 77 cents. So, and this is the last, not the last video, but the video that I made earlier last week. And again, the response of it, super good, meaning the community's engaged and people like to see this type of video. So, one thing about me is that I don't want to get you guys all the way on a, high without letting you guys know what are the potential downsides. So these are the potential upside of Bone, but you also have to understand the potential downside of Bone as well too. So one thing about it when it comes to the stock market, even though there's still scams in the stock market as far as different stocks and stuff like that, but those are typically in the pink sheets or the OTC market. NASDAQ stocks, some of them are scammy as well if you don't know what you're looking for. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to stock, they have to, especially if it's like a listed company, they have to let the investors know their, going concern. Like, what is the potential downside of this particular stock? And in crypto, we actually don't have that. So this is a mindset that I think that us as investors within crypto have to adapt. So taking a look at this stock right here, HOTH, which actually had a nice run yesterday, up 78% from yesterday. And we also have BMR up 49%. So now this is not a stock video, but I'm going somewhere with this. So there's something that's called the filings, SEC filings, or sometimes you could look this up in a prospectus, but each quarter it is required, especially if it's a NASDAQ stock, it is required for them to, release their quarterly report. So right here, Hoth, this is the same stock that's up 78% on the day. So if I'm an investor and I see something that I'm looking to invest in, first things first, you do have to look at the filings to see whether or not if this is a good company. Now, I'm not going to go deeply into the filings or anything like that because, then it'll start to get really boring. But one thing that I do like to do is look at the quarterly filings and type in concern or going concern. When I do this, the company by law or per SEC rules have to release like what are their concern as far as with their business, and they will plainly lay it out for you. So going concern right here for Hoth or HOTH, it says going concern requires management to evaluate the company's ability to continue as a going concern 1 year beyond the filing date given financial statement. So it pretty much explains what's a going concern. So the first one is, first, management must evaluate whether there are condition and event that rise substantial doubt about the entity ability to continue as a going concern. So it goes a little bit deeper into that. And the first thing, it says the company has funded its operation from previous proceeds from sales of equity and debt securities The company will require significant additional capital to make investment it needs to execute in its long-term business plan. So first concern that they're saying is pretty much saying, hey, we don't have any money, so we're going to need significant amount of capital to be able to keep our doors open. So that's one of their concerns, guys. Like, they plainly outline that for you. Now, when it comes to crypto, most of the time we don't know. We don't know any of this, or we don't even bother to think about that. And again, I don't want this to be like a downer video, but I just still want you guys to be level-headed when it comes to investment. Like, again, I'm super bullish on Bone, and this is why I continue to buy day in and day out. But that's one of their concerns. Now, if you look at this, the BMR, which was up yesterday, 49%, they also have their own concerns as well. And some of the concerns, if we take a look at it here, and this is a foreign company. Well, it really doesn't matter because, you know, it's not really about stock. But the same thing for them is capital. Like, they don't have the capital to be able to sustain. So they have to do something to be able to raise that capital to continue to fund them. So now if we fast forward it over to Bone, guys, what are my going concerns for Bone? Like, what are some of the stuff that I see that could be a potential downer where Bone may not be as successful? Because you always got to think about your risks, but you also have to you always got to think about your reward, but also think about your risk. So Shibarium, that's one of the number one, because Bone existence is for Shibarium. So if Shibarium does not come out, or if Shibarium does not do successfully, then Bone price is not going to do as well. So this is the stuff that you guys have to understand and realize as well. So the success of Bone is solely relying on Shibarium. Now, I know that they're, you know, getting CertiK audit, make sure everything's on the up and up, which is great. Even though I think Shibarium, the launch and stuff like that, all that is going to be successful, but I can't 100%, you know, without a shadow of a doubt say like, hey, it is going to be 100% successful. Like, that part is out of my hand. But as far as being an investor, to be able to do risk reward and analysis, I have to keep that in the back of my mind. Like, okay, if Shibarium is not successful, then I could expect the price of Bone to tumble even more, because everyone's currently right now purchasing it with the hopes of Shibarium is going to be successful. So another part to that is the adoption rate. Like, how many people are going to flock to Shibarium? Now, we have some of the numbers from previous, where about 7K entry as far as people who want to build on Shibarium. So if some of them like say, hey, the project take too long, I'm going to recant and not build on Shibarium, then it could stunt the growth of Bone, because more and more projects that get into Shibarium, more and more Bone is going to be required. So that's my going concern as far as for Bone. So you may have your own, you know, minds may be different from yours, but at least have some stuff in your mind as far as like what could possibly go wrong. Another thing too is the team decide, because since the contract is not renounced, and these are not FUD, these are all concerns as investors that people must have. You know, I'm ultra bullish on Bone, but I also have my eyes open as well too as an investor. So what if the team rugs? How likely is that? Not likely in my opinion, because they'll actually make a lot more money with the success of Shibarium, with the success of Bone, versus them, you know, taking a few million. You know, so to me, it's a concern, but the likelihood of that happening, you know, it's not that high. But there's always that possibility. Again, we are in crypto. So thought I'd make this video for you guys. Don't mean for this video to be a downer. I just want you guys to be open and also use some of this stuff for your other investments. You know, I know Bone is not the only crypto that you guys invest in. So make, how much capital does a crypto need? Like, those are some of the stuff that you should be asking yourself of how long-term can this project actually sustain? Because remember, these projects are not making money. Devs need to be able to make money. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section if you understand where I'm coming from. Again, I don't want you guys to be too high, like 1,000 is coming, but not know the risks behind it. Risk reward behind Bone is excellent. And I'll reiterate this again. This is the reason why I continue to invest day in and day out. So this is Random Arts guys signing off. Hopefully you enjoyed the rest of your morning. Peace.